We came to fall in love with you.
Yeah.
That must have been a challenge to write, because not all of them are positive experiences by any means.
Yeah, it wasn't any. I mean, it's hard to describe the book because, like I've been asked, is it an autobiography? Now, I don't think you can write an autobiography because you're still living and there's so much life, and you just, how much of that can you put in a whole book? So it's a memoir of sorts. So I kind of dip in and out of memories from my life, and I've chaptered it into the roles that I've played, and I feel like those are the things that have made me who I am today. So being a mom, being a sister, being a daughter, a wife, and it's all chaptered. So everybody gets their own chapter, and that was quite nice to write it that way. Yeah. So it was difficult to write because I've got no recipes to hide behind. There's no cake to hide
instructions.
No.
This is the cake that's come out so far, isn't it? We're looking at it because the makeup of you is all the elements that have gone into who you are. And there are some really tricky subjects in this book, Nadiya. Things that will be, I think, will shock and hopefully help and guide lots of people. You talk about PTSD, you talk about the sexual assaults you experienced as a small girl as well. That must have been, the thought of putting that into the book and being so honest and open must have been sort of something you toyed with for a while before you decided you had to go in there.
I had to question why I was doing it. So there were moments where I'd written it in.
Remember the moment when you first thought, this is rather magical?
Well, cooking, like, I've always... my dad used to run restaurants badly, and that's why he doesn't run them anymore. And my mum's an amazing home cook, so cooking's something that I've always done, and my dad's quite...
Did they just, like, pass you and say, chop that, or do...
Not really. My mum hated us being in the kitchen. Dad was quite experimental, so he's like, come in here, let's do this. And so my mum hates it when I turn up. She's like, please, you and your dad stay out of my kitchen. So we make a mess and we go in there and have a great time. But baking was something I never did. I didn't do it till I was in high school, and I didn't really start baking till I was 21. My mum used to store all her frying pans in the oven, and that's what I thought it was. I thought it was a cupboard. I did.
Well, because nobody baked in your house?
Well, I thought it was just a cupboard.
So you just use the gas, you just use the stove?
Just the top bit and the grill, but we never used... And then I went into my cookery class in high school, and she turns the cupboard on. I said, you're mad. Why are you doing that? And she said, we're baking a cake in there. Well, hold on a second. So this is... And that's when it dawned on me. And that, like, that magic has never left me. Even now, when I see my kids kind of peering over the oven, it just... Like, it brings joy because it's that magic of doing something outside and putting it in and saying...
There is alchemy, isn't there, in baking a cake? You put all these ingredients in there,
amazing.
And then they rise mysteriously. It is a bit of Harry Potter, I think,
wonderful.
baking.
It's a wonderful thing. And I think baking and cooking and being creative, it's helped me with my anxiety, with my PTSD. So that's something that I use, and it's a great tool to talk. So when my kids are feeling a little bit down, I'm like, should we make some cookies? And funny how when they're not making eye contact and they're concentrating on something, everything just... They just share. And I use that as an excuse to get them to talk.
Were you nervous about...
get me where I am.
Did one of them say that there's better writers out there, though? Yeah, it's all right, Mum.
Yeah, he did say... He goes, yeah, I mean, it's all right, but I bet there's better writers out there.
That's a healthy son, you know, mum relationship, isn't it?
It was the same one that said to me, you won Bake Off like 4 years ago. Why are you still famous? Feet firmly on the ground.
As it should be. We're thrilled to bits that you've come in to talk about this. Best of luck with the book. It's a searingly honest read, but there's so much in there that's really, really special, so thank you so much. Now, we know that one of your favourite things on Desert Island Discs was Marmite.
Yes.
Is this right?
Yes.
Which Ben hates, by the way.
So I'm not sure why they've done this.
He is the hate it, not the love it equation.
That's so much Marmite!
More Marmite than you could possibly ever need.
For you.
Oh, with your name on it as well.
Has it all got my name on it?
Yeah.
Let's have one last look at the weather.
Would you allow her to have Marmite and toast?
Really?
That's all we've got time for. Thank you for coming down. Enjoy the Marmite.
I will.
Don't force those kids of yours to eat it, though.
I might.
It's not fair. That's it from us. If one of us was to be going away somewhere, I'd say goodbye, but that might not be happening.
No, can't confirm or deny. But
Good luck,
can
whatever
say
adventures you're doing.